Okay guys, so today I'm going to talk about the one thing that I just hate about Thunder trucks. So for me, Thunder trucks are like perfect. I feel like the position of this axle and relative to like the base plate and the nose, I feel like it gives you a better pop. At least for me, I like the pop better. Because of that like axle being pushed towards the nose, I feel like you get a steeper pinch, locks into things way better than Indies. The one thing that I just really hate about Thunder trucks is these stock bushings. So if you want to come in closer, these are the 90 Duro stock bushings. They're the clear ones. So like these are the ones that Ashad and Jamie Foy like swear by as like the clear stock Thunder bushings. And they take a little bit to break in. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to switch these out and we're going to break in some new ones. But this is, for this truck, I think maybe the 4th or 5th time that I've changed out the bushings. I've never had that problem with other trucks. I guess I've tried Silver, Indy, and Thunder. And I never had that problems with the bushings just breaking all the time with other trucks. So that is the one big drawback to Thunders. But all the benefits of like the pop and the pinch and all that, like I'm willing to change out my bushings every once in a while. But it does take like a solid, I don't know, maybe like half hour of skating around for them to break in. And I'll talk more about, there's a way that you need to break these in specifically, that otherwise you're going to mess them up. I'll talk about that in a second. But first, we just need to get this switched out. So you just loosen your trucks until it falls off. The one problem though I have with these trucks is I messed up the kingpin somehow. And also like just skating it, this nut gets destroyed. And so it's hard to sometimes get the grip to like loosen it without stripping it, which is one cool thing about like the Indy mids, is because they're inverted kingpin, you use a Allen key to loosen and tighten, so it never gets like stripped like that, which is super sick. I'm also realizing how loose my trucks are, like the hardware is also loose. So yesterday I was trying to do a tray flip with Ryan, I couldn't do it. I'm gonna blame it on my trucks. We'll see. Today, if I still can't tray flip, then we know it wasn't the trucks and it was just me the whole time. All right, so this is a Thunder rebuild kit. I'll link it in the description. They're like 12 bucks and they come with new pivot cups, bushings obviously, new hardware. So I have like so much extra Thunder hardware sitting around because I really just replaced the bushings. But this time I'm gonna replace these washers as well. But yeah, I have like a bunch of these pivot cups because I never really replaced the pivot cups.
That one looks pretty.
Should I replace it? I've never done this, dude. I've never replaced the pivot cup, so I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. One time I set up my my trucks and I forgot to put the washers on, and they felt so crazy, and I was like, what's wrong with these? And I looked, it was just one truck I forgot the washer. And I tightened it down so much because I thought it was just like, why is this so loose? That I think that's what ruined my kingpin. And now my kingpins are, it's like hard to get stuff on and off. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm putting, the big washer goes on the bottom, and then you can kind of see, these are the bottom bushings, they're a bit fatter. And that's the top bushing right there. So we're gonna go bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Okay, and then I don't think I want a new kingpin nut. I'd rather use the one that's ground down a little bit, just so that way it's not catching quite as bad. So to break these in, what you gotta do is just tighten these till this nut is flush with the top of the kingpin. So the reason you do that is because you don't want to over tighten and smush the bushings. You just want to get them in there secure. And then the task for today is, after you skate these for like a session, the bushings harden up where they need to, and then suddenly they start to feel really good. So if you see all these marks from the very few Smith grinds that I do, I'm gonna put that facing out because I don't want to have to re-grind down everything. So yeah, you can see how bad my hardware is. You can hear it like just clicking. It's so loose. This has happened to me so many times, but Ashad's talked about how he's gone through, like, he had this time where he went through like a crisis where he lost all of his tricks. He just was skating horribly, couldn't figure out why. And then he finally looked at his trucks and realized his bushing was blown. And then he switched his bushing and he could skate normal again. And I've had that happen to me so many times, not just with the blown bushing, but say my trucks are loose or the hardware or something. So many times when I'm skating awful, it's because my trucks are too loose or something's wrong. If you feel like you suddenly cannot skateboard and you've been skating consistently, that's definitely one thing to look at, just to make sure that it's not a simple solution. Because the last thing you want is to like feel like discouraged when it's like not your fault. It's literally just you have a blown bushing or something. There we go. You want to come in close on that. So again, it's really important to the marks that you see on your nuts, put those forward, so you're not having to regrind down your nuts. I honestly think everybody needs to be using inverted kingpins. I think that makes way more sense, so you don't have this jagged thing sticking out. I don't know how that's not like a everybody thing, but finally we've got brand new bushings in here, and now I can skate my board symmetrically, because one bushing, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, you can see this bushing was super blown. So I was having to skate my board with this side forward, so you can see the tail on this side is way more worn than that side, because I was skating this as a nose and this as a tail. So now I can skate it symmetrically again, which I'm hyped on. So we're gonna go tripod style now, and I think my goal today is I would like to do a nollie crook and maybe a nollie crook variation, like nollie crook shove or nollie crook to fakie. And then we'll see what else we get into. I'm sure we'll think of something, but that's the move for today. All right, let's go tripod. Oh my gosh. Oh my. I really suck at tray flips, but one thing that does help me is to think of something Zach Doling taught me, which is imagine there's a straight line on the ground and you want to pop your tray flip and land your tray flip along that straight line. I feel like that helps align your body weight, and then from there, it's like literally you just keep your heel up and pop straight down on the corner of your tail. If you do those two things, go in a straight line, heel up, pop down on the corner, at least for me, that increases my chances of actually doing the tray flip consistently by a lot. Ah. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get today. All right, well, decent session. A little bit shorter than I would have liked, but it is what it is. I was hoping to have more time to play around on the ledge and do like, you know, nollie crooks, crooked variations, but unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles when you're a family man, got responsibilities and children, and wouldn't change anything about it, but yeah, that's just what it is. So I did make a tweak to the microphone. I put a little foam thing over it to try and block out the wind. I'm not sure if that made a noticeable difference, but you guys let me know if the audio was a little bit better today. I like doing these videos because I can focus more on my skating and more like just conversational with you guys, just telling you guys my thought process on things. Not necessarily that I'm right or wrong, it's just telling you guys what helps me as I think through it. I'm like a verbal processor, so it helps me to be able to like vocalize stuff, and so I feel like hopefully it's a win-win. It seems like, you know, there's a few of you that like this style of video. You like hearing me kind of just speak my thoughts and explain how I go about things, and I like talking about it. So hope you guys are having a good Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.